Active Matter has released numerous updates since its release on September 9th. Not all of the changes I agree with. I'm glad they're actively updating the game. It's something you knew was going to happen in a game like this where it's just released and they're trying to get it to as good of a playable state as they can before they release the game to Steam and consoles. I had originally intended this video to come out on Wednesday. Due to live didn't get finished on Wednesday. Thursday I didn't power it all day. Didn't finish it that day. Here it is Friday. Change of plans. We're covering all the news for Active Matter this week. Coolest thing announced is they actually have a demo for Active Matter that you can go download and play right now. Cool thing is, all progress made during the demo will be saved and carried over the full version once you purchase any edition of the game. This demo access will be available until September 29th, but may end early. If you're waiting on the Steam release, any progress you make will probably not be transferred to Steam. This is a cool thing, though. I've seen some other games do it. Anytime you give people a chance to try the game before they enjoy it, especially considering how the game reaches out and grabs you in those first few raids, those first few hours. I think this is great. I think it's going to lead to a lot of sales for them. This is a great option. Please try the game out. It's awesome. I've enjoyed it so much. So try the game out. To coincide with that, they've also got another set of drops this weekend for War Thunder and Active Matter. The Active Matter drops are good. I wouldn't say they are as good as last week. The Shadow sleeve is awesome. If you didn't get that, you missed out. You do get 4 modified Ash 12s, 5 large safe containers, 7 beacons, 15 isolated raid passes, and 1 neutral observer dog tag. And these are good things. Having the beacons, having the safe container, having those modified Ash 12s are awesome. They're going to help you a lot. I did not expect them to have another set of drops this weekend, knowing Gaijin the way I do. It's cool that they're doing it. I wish I'd had a couple of days notice, but is what it is. That also coincides with War Thunder also having another couple of drops again. You get access to an STRV M39 TD for Sweden, which is a rank 1 tank. It's fun. Light tanks are always cool. You also get access to the P40 E1 TD for USA. Also a cool little plane. I wish they're introducing new vehicles. Maybe they'll have a big, long week or 2 week long drop to kind of build some more hype whenever for the Steam release includes some new vehicles. But as far as what they are, cool, man. Get them. Get your 100 war bonds if you already have them. So you're in these drops by watching Active Matter streams. So War Thunder drops come from watching Active Matters. Make sure you tune into the stream. I'll be live Saturday and Sunday night. First update was on Tuesday, September 23rd, and it was update 0.1.0.122. Now operatives will no longer be spooked by a notification during extraction that the robot dog will be abandoned. We've applied a recoil rework for a number of powerful weapons, and delivering high-priority cargo will become faster. The first thing is weapon balance. They increased the recoil from the M110A1, the SVD, the Ash 12, and the SV98 with the 7.62 by 51 ammo. Admittedly, I hadn't actually tried the M110 yet. The SVD I thought was fine. I mean, these are all to limit these weapons, I think mostly in the PvP aspect. I think what's going to happen whenever you start nerfing guns instead of trying to balance guns is people just end up going to the lowest common denominator. I think you're going to get more assault rifle or SMG play because of it. I think ultimately we'll see a lot more shotguns. They're all cheap. They don't require any extra components to be competitive. They're literally just buy, slam shells in, go into raid. I know Active Matter's in a weird spot because of the replicator allows things to get made really quickly. That's a whole different issue I think we can talk about down the road. Although the replicator is a unique kind of wrinkle in Active Matter, I think it limits the abilities of the devs to balance things like the M110, the SVD, these guns that are very powerful that you can just get very quickly once you have them unlocked. I think down the road, we're going to see a lot longer queue times for the replicator. I think right now they're just kind of letting people get them very quickly. Something like 5-10 minutes sometimes for a gun is really not a long time. You can go into a raid, get out, have 2 more before you even get done. I hope down the road we see other ways to balance. I don't think this is a bad idea, but I hope the devs get more creative down the road. Reduce the recoil of the RPK-74. I have used that, and the recoil was a lot. I didn't find it unusable, so apparently, I assume based on the data they were seeing, that the gun was either underutilized or it was underperforming when it was utilized. Hopefully that's the case. I don't think that's bad. Good on you, devs. Lowered base accuracy of the Ash 12. I had not used the Ash 12 yet, so I have no idea how bad it was or how good it was. Just nerfing guns is bad. Shorten ricochet and tracer distance for all weapons. Limiting the distance of the tracer helps players that enjoy playing from a distance continue to play that way as opposed to just immediately giving away their position. In the high priority cargo mission, drop-off icon is now highlighted on the map. Great, love that. Move weapon crates from the stash and cargo port. You'll get multiple weapons as a direct reward instead. I had not completed that one yet. I assume it was not being able to take guns out. So the fact that you're getting them as a direct reward makes the reward more fulfilling. That's always a plus when you're playing a game like this, where the game can be so unforgiving that it sucks that you're like, oh man, I got to drop this gun to be able to take these guns. Good change. Fixed an issue where the player's path was displayed incorrectly in the raid archive. Great. Prevented the sole primary contract being able to be canceled in the raid menu. Also great. I assume you don't want to be able to do that. Furniture loot variety is increased. More loot. Good. Increase the total number of spawns in Shigolskoy. I think I'm saying that right. Spawns right now can be very frustrating. The more good players come in and learn where spawns are, the more quickly players who don't pay attention as well will die. That's just sometimes the name of the game, but diversifying spawns, great. That's so good. I love that. Same thing on factory raids, diversified spawn points, great. Love them. Sound, added the missing reload sound for the TOS-B. I thought they'd done that already, but cool. Fixed an issue that made suppressed semi-auto fire inaudible beyond 30 meters. Okay. I don't think I've actually used a suppressed semi-automatic weapon yet. I wish I had, but that's good. That's good for the overall gameplay. Synchronized KS-23 reload sound with its animation. Great. Improved VoIP noise suppression. Anything that helps in-game VoIP for any game is a great. Fixed a bug where a magazine would vanish if you switched weapons during a reload. That has happened to me, and it sucked. Fixed an issue where chrono traces for hitting enemies in solo isolated raids were not counted. Also sucked. Glad they fixed it. Kills of poltergeist and hides are now tracked on player stats. Fixed the error. All robot dogs will be lost when the robot dog was already safely at the extraction point. Extracting the robot dog summoned by a signal grenade now returns the same replicator-made grenade rather than a standard one. Both good. Love that. Being able to use the replicator to make more is awesome, but they are not a slow thing. I think it's a 4-hour replicator process. Having those dogs can really help a game, and it really sucks if you had to choose between bringing it in and getting it out, or getting out and being able to use it again. Added highlighting in the healing syringe loading icon in the first aid kit. Fixed English localization. Dragging a backpack into a secure container now shows not enough volume instead of refiner in progress. That's a funny bug. Reposition the premium bonus knife in the character's hand so it no longer obscures the view. I didn't experience this one directly, but I know there are some weapons. I want to say maybe a couple of pistols I've used where the gun is held, it casts a shadow and it makes it really hard to use. Hopefully they fixed that as well. I don't remember seeing that in another one. Hopefully that's fixed. It's a very annoying thing to happen. Passive chrono genes are now round in shape to distinguish them from regular chrono genes. One of the biggest complaints I've heard from other creators about the game is the UI and everything kind of homogenized and not being able to tell what something is or how something looks. They need everything to be able to distinguish from the background. They need to hire a new person to come in and rework the UI ground up, not to throw any shade at the people who do it, but I think they went in a direction where readability is rough. And of course, various other minor bug fixes and stability improvements. I'm pumped. We need more of these. I think we're getting 3 or 4 of these a week. Keep those coming. You'll continue to see me make videos like this. This update's from September 24th. Update 0.1.0.131. They added new spawn points, new features, and new sounds. We've armed you with a tactical weapons flashlight, given the Ash 12 a scope slot, slowed the speed of the safe zone collapse in headquarters unstable zone raids, and rolled out content-friendly music settings for content creators. Raids. Slowed the speed of safe zone collapse in headquarters unstable zone raids to make escapes easier. I have not tried this one yet, and I really want to. Kind of glad I didn't experience a very fast collapsing raid. That would have been sad. Added new spawn points in Azornoi. I still don't know how to pronounce that. I need to find out. Raids, again, talked about in the last one. Great. Love new spawn points. Improved gravity anomalies at the construction site in factory raids. Great. Attic chests can no longer be the final objective in high priority cargo contracts. Awesome. Sometimes they're in a wet place that's really hard to get to them. I haven't experienced one where you couldn't get to it at all, but I'm glad if they fixed that. Was an issue. Love it. Spawns for players and monsters now selected further away from other players and monsters. Thank Jesus. I've got a clip. I don't know if I'll put it up right now, but basically I spawn in, I take a couple of steps. I maybe stand there for a second, take a couple steps, and then I kind of walk out in a river. I want to say I was on factory, and then immediately start getting shot by 2 other players across the river. So that sucked. But I mean, stuff happens. I played Tarkov enough that you learn where spawns happen and you adjust accordingly. Just didn't like that I spawned in the open and was immediately shot. Audio added a new footstep sound for invisibles. Oh, thank God. Hopefully it's not a doop 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 all the time. Added a new weapon jam sound. I haven't heard that yet, but cool. Fixed an issue where raindrops on water sounded like metal impacts. I wish I had an audio recording of that, because that would be hilarious. Temporarily disabled 18 tracks in the music player where YouTube algorithms were processing them incorrectly, causing issues for content creators. I have not uploaded any videos where in-game sounds were used. I hadn't experienced this. If I do in the future, I guess it'll suck, but that's awesome. I love that. I know they said everything was safe, but YouTube's weird, man. Can't do anything about it. Added an only music safe for video platform setting that is enabled by default for all players. Now that I'm saying all this, I would not have experienced anyways, because I turned it off. When I'm streaming, I usually do have some kind of music on in the background. It kind of played over it. But I will say every song I've heard in this game has been really good. Hopefully they let people know that they can turn that on if they're not creating content, because you should experience it. Other changes. Added a scope slot to the Ash 12 rifle. Hadn't used it yet. Added the tactical flashlight modification for weapons. Played a little bit today. Did not see this. We'll look at that basically probably before I get the video out. Added a drop all content button to the tactical vest. Love it. When refining items purchased from the in-game shop, only 15% of the credits are returned instead of 75. If I did experience this, I didn't realize it. What this says is if you bought something from the shop and then you go to refine it, instead of getting 75% of your credits back, you're only getting 15%. I don't see this being that big of an issue unless you just accidentally bought something that you're never going to use. For the most part, we use what we buy. This is not a just spam buy things kind of game. You run out of credit super fast. Hope they help that soon. Reduce the drop chance of epic items. That's not great, I guess. I don't feel like I run into epic items that often, but maybe people who play a lot more than I do or are luckier than I am had that issue. New replenish from storage icons for syringes and ammo. I didn't see that one today as well. I wish I had, because that's awesome. Robot dogs now extract successfully if they're near the player and not just the extraction portal. So this one I had experience and I was mildly frustrated. That's what I had assumed was I didn't walk far enough in for the dog to stick close enough to get out. So that, oh my God, that's great. Because again, you can't control where the dog's going. It's all pathing issues. So if you're on the edge and you don't realize that the dog's not close enough, that's great. Good job. Increased replicator crafting time for the Shaw AN Pass. And I don't know the actual, if I'm saying these right, but AN/PAS-13B and S350F thermal scopes from 8 to 24 hours. I have one from the package I bought. I haven't actually used it. I need to actually take it out and use it soon, but I don't think that's bad. I think 24 hours for a single thermal scope is, I mean, they are so powerful in other games, and I can only imagine how powerful they are on this in certain situations. So good for them. I get it. I wish you could say, okay, I want to play in 16 hours and I want to be able to make stuff. I wish they could let you like put something in front. So you're like, okay, well, I need new rifles. So you throw some rifles in front, you make those rifles, and then it spends the next 4 hours making whatever you need. I wish they do something like that. I get that's probably hard, but it'd be cool. The other notification settings for missed second now mutes comments on weapon jams and low ammo. I need to go and look to see if that's engaged. In Monolith Progression, you can now purchase an additional replicator Q slot. I hadn't seen that. Cool. Love replicator Q slots. Fixed an issue where dog tags displayed an incorrect cause of death if the player was killed by monsters. Fixed an issue where the beacon capture animation didn't play when watching others in Nexus spectator mode. Those are kind of just annoying. They're not really a big deal. Since I recorded that, we actually have had the power go out of my house, so I actually did not get the video uploaded the day I wanted to, but they've actually released a couple other small updates since then, so we're going to go over those too. This is update 0.1.0.133. We've adjusted replication times and shop prices to rebalance the popular M110A1, M82A1, SVD, and select suppressors. Fixed a bug where magazines could be loaded beyond their capacity. They did not fix this because I actually managed to do it about an hour ago. Not on purpose. I didn't even know it was a thing, but I did manage to load I got to 54 rounds in a 45-round magazine before I realized it, so I'll submit a bug report on that. So I'm just going to say increased replication, and then I'm just going to go over the different weapons. M110A1 from 4 hours to 24 hours. M82A1 from 8 hours to 24 hours. SVD 4 hours to 8 hours. M110A1 suppressor, HXQD suppressor from 30 minutes to 4 hours, Ash 12 silencer from 30 minutes to 4 hours, increased shop price for M110A1 from $17,300 to $23,500, increased shop price for the M110A1 suppressor, HXQD suppressor from $3,500 to $5,750 credits. The next update is short, just like the last one. This is update 0.1.0.137. We've pacified the distorted, introduced a new thermal invisibility chronogene, cut down scope glare, and fixed crossbow ballistics. Added cold-blooded thermal invisibility chronogenes that make the wearer less visible through thermal scopes. Crossbows are now 0 to 25 meters instead of 50 meters, and crossbow bolt trajectory arcs have been lowered. Distorteds now calm down faster when disturbed, but not woken up. Reduced lens flare on all optical scopes. The repair all equipment option is now also available in the raid preparation screen. Refining any gasoline containers now returns 20% of their volume in credits. Refining empty enriched backpacks now returns credits equal to their folded volume. Previously, a bug treated them as if they were full. Settings for the music player now also appear in the sound section of the options menu. Fixed new sounds for bullets, whizzing by, and for impacts. Fixed an issue where reload sounds coming from behind the players were inaudible. Fixed an issue where captured dog tag descriptions in the raid debriefing menu showed a raw text key. We're going to go over the update for September 26th. This is update 0.1.0.145. Operatives will now earn more chrono traces for refining enriched items, but now repeatedly using the same item in a single raid yields diminishing blueprint unlock returns. We've also nerfed the Hunter's distorted echolocation. It no longer highlights targets around it, now it only does it on the minimap, and its cooldown has been raised. Added a preview to show how much active matter you'll receive before collecting from the ground. Oh, that's great. I love that. Remove the ability for the Hunter Distorted's echolocation screen to highlight players around it. Now only shows players on the minimap. Also increased echolocation scream cooldown from 2 to 10 seconds. Holy crap. The scream, sometimes it was constant. It's like you heard it all the time. So 10 seconds. Implemented diminishing chrono trace returns for actions when the same item is used multiple times within the same raid. I don't like it because I want to be able to unlock things as fast as I can, but I can understand it. So if you're trying to unlock something like a big first aid kit, you could just jump off a roof, break your legs, heal yourself, go back up, jump back off the roof, use it. It forces you to try new things, to use new things, and not just spam one item to get it unlocked. I get it. Just wish I'd gotten more stuff unlocked for this. Remove the found in raid status. Now only enriched items need to be extracted with to unlock blueprints, and any enriched gear taken into a raid will lose the status. I love this. Found in raid in Tarkov is, I don't really hate it there, but here you couldn't tell the difference. Like, what was the difference? This is a great change. They're gonna change it down the road where maybe found in raid is more obvious. Updated information when inspecting the PKM and the CF400 flamethrower display remaining ammo. I hope I didn't know that you couldn't see the remaining ammo. Added a new notification for the dog tag obtained when hacking a mine vault. Cool. Fixed an issue with a robot dog would get stuck in coal piles. Never want your dog to get stuck, guys. That's good. Good for you. Added 22 new discoverable music tracks in headquarter raids, and added a new login via website option. As I said, I recorded this a few days ago. Some of the stuff they've actually fixed or they've changed since then. So whenever you listen to this, you're like, well, that's wrong. Just know it was recorded later. So I'm not going to dig into the other updates. As I said, they're kind of getting dated at this point. You should have already experienced them if you've been playing. If you do want me to dig into them, leave me some comments down below. That'd be cool. I had started a recorder video last week. Just a reminder, guys, your crystallized active matter does not get renewed if you reset your account or if you prestige. So make sure you don't use it all up in case you do need it down the road. We'll see what crystallized active matter, is useful for down the road. I think we're going to get more updates on that and more things are going to be available. So don't use it up all right now unless you don't plan on coming back to play the game. Then screw it. Use it all you want. I'm also working on a video about the Q&A as well as the Not a Roadmap future plans. So my plan is to dig in both of those and kind of look at what the future could hold for the game. There's a lot of stuff still to come. Gaijin doesn't seem to be in any way interested in not supporting the game. We've got a very short road, or long road, depending on how it goes, to the Steam and console release. So want to stay on top of that. If you like the video, please like down below, click the follow, comment. That helps more than anything else. Comment. Tell me you hated this video. Tell me you love this video. Tell me you love lasagna. Whatever you want to do. But I will say, thanks for being here, guys, and I'm going to see y'all in the next video. Here's a quick thank you to all of my supporters over on Twitch who donate and gift bits. You guys are awesome. Here on YouTube, I want to thank Vincent DiFrancesco and Benho for their Tier 1 support, and also Lefty Frizz and Output Coupler for Tier 2s. Thanks, guys. You're awesome.